Yo, what is going on, YouTube? What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today? So we're back here with the first time reaction to Midnight Oil, right? Midnight Oil live. Power and the Passion is what we're going to be checking out. They're live at Melbourne Cricket Ground right here. This is my first time checking this group out. This is a donation request via Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you so much for the support in that way. Really appreciate it. Gonna be checking this one out. So here goes the request. It's a little lengthy. So I'm going to read it off for you guys, though, because I thought I had good information. So it says, hi, Sean, new request, Midnight Oil, Power and the Passion live at Melbourne Cricket Ground in Melbourne, Australia in 2009. This part of the video I'm requesting is from about 34:55. The link should go there, and it does. Thank you. To about 42:05. You can stop it right after the song, or you can keep it going for a few seconds to see Peter Garrett talk. So I want to keep it going. We'll just see if I remember by the time we hit there. So the frontman Peter Garrett was elected to Australia's House of Representatives and later appointed as Minister for the Environment, Heritage, and the Arts, and then Minister for School Education, Early Childhood, and Youth. So if y'all didn't know that, man, Peter Garrett had quite a career right here, not just in music, but in politics and community, it seems like. So while he was still in government, while he was still a government minister, Midnight Oil headlined this charity concert to help bushfire victims called Sound Relief in 2009. They did this after just 2 warm-up gigs after not playing together since another charity concert 4 years earlier. So when they did that, he was in politics. Midnight Oil is doing this concert. Is he singing for them while being in politics? That's interesting if that was the case. In 2013, he retired from government, and in 2016, went back to being the lead singer of Midnight Oil. I will always be grateful to him because at a small concert hall where I saw them once, some guys next to me were getting too rowdy, and he stopped the music and told them to cut it out or leave. I had been getting a little worried being small female and very young at the time, and he was looking straight at me when he stopped the music. Love that. I love that, man, because you see that a lot. I've seen that online, and I've seen it once in a concert where I'm at, man. If people are putting someone else in danger, a fight's about to break out, which happened at a venue that I was at, man. A fight was about to break out, and this guy clearly didn't want any issue, but the other guy was the aggressor. They called him out specifically. Hey, you in the red sweater, security, you know, get this guy. And they told him, hey, you need to chill the hell out, man. You're ruining people's vibes, man. You need to get out of here, or we'll get you out. This is like your last warning. Yeah, we're talking to you, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, sometimes it just sucks because everyone's going there to have a good time. People experience that good time in certain ways, but some people, man, they don't care who they're around. They're going to be kind of selfish and ruin your time. So, you know, it's like, hey, man, you want to act like that? Get in the pit. Don't be elbowing the people that you're standing right next to who are just trying to observe and enjoy the show. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and jump into this one, in. This is Midnight Oil live. We're going to hear the song and hopefully the speaking afterwards. Thank you so much for the donation request. Really appreciate that. Here we go, guys. First listen to this group. Haven't ever heard of them before. Let's get it going.
Now you know that this broadcast is also going out onto TV and up to Sydney, where there's 35 or 40 or 45,000 people as well. And actually, even though some of you in this crowd know that I'm a little bit of a Bombers supporter as well, but don't go holding that against me. We know how seriously you take these things in this town. But we actually are a band that comes from Sydney but appreciates playing in Melbourne and always did. This is our Sydney song, but we'll supplement a few little local lyrics along the way. See if you can pick them up at this hour of the night. As we introduce our brass section and Mr. Robert Hurst on drums to begin the song called The Power and the Passion. Wasting away in paradise, going backwards once in a while, taking your time, give it a try. What do you believe? What do you believe? What do you believe is true? And nothing they say makes a difference this way. Nothing they say will do. You take all the trouble that you can afford. At least you won't have time to be bored. At least you won't have time to be bored. Oh, the power and the passion. Oh, skin is so brown. Smiling, busy creaming crowd. Sundays the beach, never a cloud. I'm meeting you, the push paddle back. Stuffing lunch, junk food, laughing at the truth. God was tough till he hit the rock. Hey, Uncle Sam and John, quite enough. Too much of sunshine, too much of sky. It's just enough to make you wanna cry.
It's a political stance song, it sounds
It's
like.
just enough to make you wanna cry.
He said Uncle Sam and China. They've got a cool sound. Reminds me of some of the ska bands I used to hear. Not that that's what they are, but... I just fell in love with the drummer. I just fell in love. Guys, great. See, these riffs like remind me of some of the ska bands I listen to.
I saw buildings with all in the sky in paradise. When in Melbourne, the nights are warm, daytime telly, blue ridge dawn. His dad's so bad he lives in the pub. It's underounce and football club. Go to Sydney where the people sing beaches so pretty. Live a life those night to stay to your thing. You take what you get what you please. It's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. It's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees.
Yep. I love that saying. I've always loved that saying. Always have loved that saying.
Oh, the power and the passion. Whoa, the temper of the tide. Whoa, the power and the passion. Sometimes you got to take the hardest ride.
Bass is crazy. Here we go. Loves this stuff, man. Yo, man, brilliant performance. Brilliant. Brilliant. So good. So good.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for being a part of Sound Relief. To all our friends and families, for getting us back up on this stage again. A mighty pleasure for myself especially. And remember, we've got the best of both worlds here.
So this is that concert. Dude, look at how huge this venue is actually. Look at how huge this. I don't know how clear that comes through, but man, you've got a tier here. Looks like another tier, and you're last. I mean, dang, this place must have been packed. It's dark. It looks packed. This is crazy. So this is the sound of relief you were telling me about that happened for charity to help bushfire victims. Okay, this is crazy. So I'm assuming this is still when he was in office here. Don't know that for sure. But we're gonna dive into some of this. I thought this was actually very refreshing to hear on the channel right here, man. It's always nice and refreshing when I get a new sound in here too. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't do too much filling around myself. I don't go looking for all these other things. I react to whatever people request, whatever I find, it's whatever. But sometimes a little nugget like this comes through and it's just a different sound. I'm like, oh wow, okay, cool. But like I said, this is something I should have known about when I was in my teenage years doing a lot of skateboarding, man, because we'd be skateboarding, we'd play music very similar to this, and this thing would have went crazy. So Passion and the Power, I think that's what this one was called, right? Power and the Passion, my fault, I got those mixed up. Power and the Passion, like I said, it sounds like a political statement song. We're gonna jump into it, but I definitely heard some things such as, a saying that I grew up with that I loved hearing about, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I've always loved that saying. I believe it came out of the Mexican Revolution. Yeah, so this is a little bit about that I knew growing up. So I don't know if it has been said predated to this, but Mexico revolutionary Emiliano Zapata. All right, so that's where I had heard that, but I heard them use it right here in the song, and I loved that saying forever. It always resonated with me. My favorite band growing up being Rage Against the Machine. I firmly believe in that. Standing on your beliefs, standing on your ground, rather than being objectified, bowing down to everybody else's will, and just doing as you're told without thinking considerably about what's being said, and critical, thought process about what's being said, and forming your own beliefs and opinions, man, are important. So I like that he used that here. I want to jump into the song a little bit, understand more about it. So let's go ahead and do that and see what we take away. But just thank you so much for this donation request, man. This was dope. This was so good to get into. So jumping into a little bit of the history of the song, man, you got this released in 1983. The length is 5 minutes 39 seconds. You've got the genres as new wave and post punk, man. Songwriters is James, Robert, and Peter from this group. All right, Power and Passion is the second single from Midnight Oil's 1982 album 1098-765-4321. Very interesting album name, by the way. Following U.S. forces. The song is one of the band's most famous, and it was performed on every Midnight Oil tour since the issue of the album. That's pretty cool, man, at the Wave Aid concert. So the lyrics mention former Australian Prime Minister Gough Whitlam and his dismissal in 1975, as well as the Pine Gap spy base, which remain controversial issues in Australia to this day. The song also makes reference to the McDonald's Big Mac and paraphrases Emiliano Zapata with the line, "It's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees," man. The song includes a drum solo by Rob Hurst, which was great, man. He won me over with that, but I just love the sound anyway. That was so good, but the sound of this song, like I said, it resonates with me, man. It's a little nostalgic sounding, man, taking me back into my skateboarding days, listening to that sound and saying, yes, yes, yes. It is the only studio recording by Midnight Oil to feature a drum solo. All right, the legacy. In May 2001, the Australian Performing Rights Association, as part of the 75th anniversary celebrations, named Power and Passion as one of the top 30 Australian songs of all time. It was the second Midnight Oil song in the list, with Beds Are Burning declared third behind the Easy Beats Friday on My Mind and Daddy's Cool Eagle Rock. So, Beds Are Burning. Beds Are Burning. I think I've heard that that chorus before. So I might have heard this group then before, Midnight Oil, without even knowing it. The Beds Are Burning. I swear, if that's the song I'm thinking about, I've heard those lyrics before specifically. Couldn't tell you what the whole song is. But that means maybe they have more political music, and I like that, man. I'm not going to be a political speaker on the channel, man. I don't like that. I'm not one of the ones. You know, sometimes you enjoy an artist until they get too political. At least me in my life, I enjoy artists, and then they get too political, and I'm like, man, just I get it. Everyone wants to have their stance, and everyone wants to use their platform for good. But then you're always segregating and separating your audience when you do that. So I don't ever intend to really do that on this channel, and I hope I don't. But I still like listening to messages and groups when they do that. So listening to Midnight Oil here, if they've got multiple songs that kind of get to an issue, man, I think that's cool, and I'd be down to hear it, man. So right here with the personnel, you've got Peter Garrett lead vocals, Peter Gifford bass and backing vocals, Martin Rossi on guitar, Jim Mogany on guitar and keyboards, and Rob Hurst on drums and percussion. A little bit about Midnight Oil right here. We've got them also known as Farm for a little bit of time, but their years active. They started in 1972, and they're still going today, as I was told right here, getting back together in 2016. So indeed, they were on hiatus in 2009. Right there, you see they stopped in 2002 and got back together in 2016. So they got together for that charity event and one other time in 2005. So that's really cool, man. He's in office when he's performing this, I'm assuming, and that is just so cool to see him get up there. He killed it, man. He rocked. He is the front man of front men. And I love that. I love when you get the artists up there and they just take over, man. This group was so good. That was actually a really great performance. So thank you so much for this donation request. Power and the passion, man. Loving that. All right, well, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed being with me today. Let me know more about Midnight Oil. What else y'all would like me to check out, man? That Beds are Burning sounds interesting to me, and I hope I remember to get back to that one. That would be a cool one to get into, man, and check out. So thank you guys for being here with me today. If you enjoyed the reaction, you enjoyed rocking with me today, please let me know by liking, subscribing, checking out the descriptions down below for the ways you can help the channel, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope y'all have a wonderful one, man, and I'll see y'all on the next one, guys. Peace.